Why me? Why am I the one to tell this story? Well, there's a lot of very complicated reasons for that, but let me try to break it down as quickly as I can. There's a lot of my real lived experiences in emergency contact, as well as that of my friends and people that I know, but also just I was inspired by my filmmaking experiences. I have a lot of really what other people would say are impressive film credits, right? And I learned a lot on them. Like probably one of the most impressive, someone just recently emailed me about this actually, about working on the first season of True Detective. That was my first TV experience, and it was shot more like a feature, so most of us had more experience in the feature world, including me. And what I was doing, script coordinating, was a thing that I thought that I invented originally because we didn't have a lot of TV shooting in New Orleans, especially TV rooms where the writers are. That's where script coordinators traditionally are in the writers' rooms of TV shows. And in my film career, I was mostly working on features, and the writers' rooms were in LA, New York. The writing was already done for the most part, but I was keeping the locked script for the crew, right? And distributing it, sometimes working with the writers to make edits and changes to the script, but not creatively. Just they couldn't make the changes to their own scripts once we were in production. So I would make the changes that they needed to make. And so that was my experience. And then I worked on mostly male dominated films, like incredibly male dominated films. Like my first film credits were The Final Destination. There's actually a new Final Destination in theaters right now. And even at the time, I knew that was not going to be the final destination, the final destination. I worked in the construction department with a crew of mostly men, and that was an incredibly educational experience as my first film credit. And then I worked on three WWE produced films back to back. And except for Soul Undercover, which is a Miley Cyrus movie set in a sorority, I think all of my film credits are written by men, directed by men, mostly acted by men, male dominated stories and themes, just really male driven, except for The Haunted, which was written by a woman, Noga Landau. While I had already switched to working at the library, but for about 6 weeks, I worked the two jobs working on the pilot for The Haunted, which unfortunately didn't get picked up and they turned into a short film. But that was an incredible experience. And that's where Nancy and I worked together with a couple of other really amazing crew that we're hoping to bring onto this show. So my film experiences were very male dominated, and that really encouraged me to try to create something that had more of a feminine spirit to it, more for actresses to do on the show. But also what was incredibly inspiring for me was working on Noga's pilot, The Haunted, but then working on shorter film productions. So my friend Jamie Hatley made a short film called Always Open, the Eureka Hotel, shot in Memphis, where Jamie is from, and she currently lives, and she works on a TV show in Memphis. And I was one of the only white crew members on the show. And it was an incredible experience, as has every experience where I am the only, if not, one of the few white folks in the room, because I take that as an opportunity to listen, to learn. And that experience was so joyful and so magical and hard and just so educational. I was Jamie's assistant director, which really allowed me to stretch and to learn and to assist her in making this short film. And so those experiences, the combination of the big film credits, the working on the smaller films that I really learned a lot from as well, have really given me the confidence that we can make this short film. Like I have no doubt. I have no doubt we can make this short film. The only doubts I have are if we can raise the money to make it. And I think that was kind of always going to be the case. Wanting to shoot in South Louisiana, to use South Louisiana talent, it can be sometimes very difficult to figure out where the money is going to come from. So no doubt that we have the team with the skills and the ability to make this film. And if you guys are able to help us, we will be able to raise the money to make it and to show it to you and to share it with you, which I'm really looking forward to. Thanks.